Hello and welcome to the Trade Ideas Market Recap for Wednesday, January the 21st. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of the room. This is the address to get into the room, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. Well, let's take a look at the first trade I did. This is actually QCOM. Now, I'm only going to go over three trades today. I did actually do three others, but they were both basically all for a wash. A couple basically flat, and the other one was just for a couple of pennies. So I'm not going to go over those. But I do want to talk about QCOM a little bit. QCOM was one of those ones that we identified in the pre-market as being a potential reversal. The problem I had is you can see down here that it's already starting to come back. So, it kind of dulled the trade a little bit for me. I was going to be pretty quick to get out of it if it did anything. But I took the trade right here at 71.29 and took out the first half at 71.50. And as it came back down through here, I got out the second half at basically my buy at 71.29. And it kept coming down. I did say I wanted to keep watching it, and I really probably should have taken the trade in this area, maybe on this pullback. But I think that's probably the time that I was in one of the more scary trades of the day for me, and I'll bring that up after this one. fxcm was the next one. Now, fxcm, this was one that should have been on everybody's radar, and if you saw the video yesterday, you knew that I was waiting for this to break at $2. Now, obviously it would have been great to take it right there at $1.90, but I was bound and determined to wait for it to break $2. And you can see it went up here and then down, and it was, kind of rolling around a little bit. And so I finally took the trade right here at 208 as it came back down, and then it looked like it was on its way back up. So I took the trade at 208, took out half at 220, basically a safety move just in case it decided to collapse, and then took the other half out at 236 right here. Unfortunately, I missed this top 249, but it started to come back down pretty rapidly. And you can see it's been on a bit of a roller coaster ride since then. We'll continue to watch it. It had the cash infusion, I think, of $300 million yesterday. So it should be able to keep afloat. I actually noticed that there was one analyst today that put a buy rating on it. So I have to keep an eye on it tomorrow just to see if it has any continuation. It's got an hour left in the market. So it'd be great if it could hold $2. Now, the last one I did was, and this was a really scary one. Now, this is kudos to Trade 14 because he alerted the group right in this area here that Cooperman, one of the big fund managers, I guess, has decided to put some money into ASPS. Now, the problem with this one is that the bid ask was really wide. And I said that in the room that, if you're going to get into this one, you really have to be prepared to probably take fewer shares than you would normally take because the bid ask, sometimes the difference was 40 cents. But I decided to take this one because I knew that it had the chance to run a couple of dollars. So, even if the bid ask, the difference is 40 cents, if it runs a couple of dollars, that won't be too bad. And so I took the trade right here at 25.45 and was able to actually exit the trade right here on the way up at 27.10. So that's a nice 20 from 25.45 to 27.10 is great. Again, I didn't have a lot of shares because of the spread, and then took out the second half on this big down candle, and that happened really quickly at 26.05. And it looks like it's trying to move on back. I think trade 14 is back in the trade in this area here. I think he took it here and had to withstand this little down area, but he's back in the trade here. But that was enough for me. Now I'm just looking at the room, and I see the one trade that I did get out of a little early. Yeah. I took this trade right here at 27. Let's see, what was the trade at 27 at 47.17. I took it right in this area here. It looked like it was holding. It was one of the ones that was quite a bit down for the day, below the open, below the close. But it wasn't dynamic enough for me. Now I just should have waited a little bit because it had a nice pop up to 47.41. But nonetheless, I got out of this for a few pennies. But notice here that IBB is really down for the day. This was the weakest sector of the day. So all the biotechs, anything in healthcare, definitely was beat up today. So that is it. Now, I just want to go over one more thing. This is not a trade, but the fact that now we can pin, I want to see if I can get this to work. So I'm going to have to get out of this. In fact, I'm just going to put this on pause. Just hi. Okay. Well, this is a very, very rough demo of what you can do now, but you can see here, this is actually one of the ones from my original layout. And we now have an option, and I don't know when it's going to be available. Maybe it's in the latest beta right now that you can download. I'm not 100% sure of that, but you can see here it says pin, and I've checked it. So what that basically means now is that, and I've just got, I mean, I have others that are pinned, and so you can pin all of your charts. And now, when you get into this channel bar, and now I click on a different one of these channels here, you can retain your original layout, your custom layout. And so that's going to be quite nice. And, granted that what the next step hopefully will be that you can take this and you can move these screens around or these windows around, excuse me, to maybe put it on another monitor and save it on another monitor if that's what you want. But this is a step anyway. And again, you can see that, now when I go into a different channel, excuse me, I'm able to pin these windows so I don't lose them. If you don't if you tried these before, if you went into a channel and went to the channel bar and you clicked on any one of these channels, you would lose your layout and you'd have to go back and reload it. So this is a great first step to be able to pin your windows. So now you can, if you want, just cycle through whatever might be interesting to you, but also keep your layouts live. So again, a very rough demonstration of what to look forward to. The other thing that is great is, and this is in the very latest beta that I have, is that I've got a few windows in my custom scan or custom layout, and I've never been able to save it in the cloud because it's been too big. It's just, and you've probably noticed if you've tried to save some of your layouts to the cloud that it might say the configuration is too big and it won't allow you. And they seem to have solved that. Again, I don't know what the limit is. You probably can't have like 100 windows open at the same time. But certainly, I've got, I don't know, 20 or 25. I don't have them all open, like I'm not watching them all, but they're all in my list of windows, like right here that I have that I can click on and maybe bring up if I want. But anyway, at this point, I'm able to save that list that you saw. I'm able to save everything to the cloud now, so that's great. So that's it. Again, a very, very brief demonstration of this. Hopefully, once we get some of the other tweaks or tweak this a little bit so we can move it around and save it in different windows, it'll be really, really nice to have this and be able to cycle through things very quickly, maintaining your current layout. All right, let me just bring back the cover page. Here's how you get into the room. We've got some, I gave kudos to Trade 14 for the ASPS trade. A lot of great traders in our room right now, so I encourage you to come in, and I hope to see you in the room tomorrow.